All right, in this video, we're going to go over calendar settings. So this is affecting the calendar that your reps use or your managers use. First off, we have campaign types. So if you're selling campaigns, you would just go ahead and put them in here. Click new to add a new one, and really pretty basic. You put in the name of them. We encourage you not to delete these. That way you can go back and look at history and see how your holiday greetings package did last year. We do plan on adding a feature to where you'll be able to archive them to where they won't show up in the reps drop-down list. And that way they don't show up in the drop-down list, but they still show up on the reports. Until we get that feature added, just don't delete these. Keep them around so you can always look at history. When you add a new one, make sure you hit save. So on all these pages, on these videos I've been showing you, just make sure that you look for that save button and you save all your settings. Custom objections. So we have some default ones in there already, but if you want to add more than the ones we have are like client said they didn't have enough money, or I have to talk to my spouse, or whatever it may be. We have default ones in there already, but if you want to adjust these, you would just simply add some more to the screen, and then of course hit save. Activity types. We do have default activity types in there, but you can add as many as you want. And excuse me, you can actually click and move these, drag them by clicking here and moving them, and that's what order they'll show in the drop down when the rep goes to schedule that type of activity. And you can have these. You'll notice I'm on the South team now. I can choose whatever team I want. And then we can, if you get it set up on one of your sales teams and you want to duplicate it to another office, you just click on this and then it asks you, okay, where do you want these other settings to go to? So you only have to do it once pretty much, and then you can duplicate it across the board in your entire company. So again, action, view and edit, but we can go ahead and do a new one here. Click on new. Ask you to name the activity, so you can put in anything you want there. And then this is optional, the sales process. So you can actually tie it to kind of a subcategory of the activity. And you can't see these, I keep forgetting that, but when you get into the system, go ahead and take a look at what these sales processes are. And then this is pretty important here, points. So you can assign points to each activity type. You want to do this for two reasons. One, and you can keep them at 0. So maybe, you know, if it's a real basic activity and you don't feel they should get points for that, leave it at 0. But if it's a closing call, you probably want to assign it, you know, 5 points, 10 points, whatever you want. And then that adjusts the leaderboard that we have in the system. And we'll go over the leaderboard in another video. But also, we'll soon have a store system and a gamification system. We're going to gamify the system to where it will actually not just be a leaderboard, but it will also give them badges, and the system, when they complete a closing call and they got the sale, they'll earn a badge, and basically it turns into kind of like a slot machine. We're trying to gamify the whole process of selling, and it actually impacts sales quite a bit. It helps a lot. People like to play games. But also, we're going to include a store that they can then buy. Maybe it's days off. Maybe you guys have trade at a local steakhouse or some tickets to a show. You can put those in the store, and then reps can buy those items. And the system will say, hey, we noticed that you liked, because they'll be able to go to the store and like certain items, and it will then allow them to buy those items, but the system will make it so, okay, we saw that you liked the to get a day off. All you have to do this week to get that day off is this, this, and this, and it will kind of coach them on to get to those goals.